Ultimately, the DOJ hopes this antitrust lawsuit will mean lower prices for iPhones and more opportunities for innovation. The DOJ believes Apple is preventing both of those things through exclusionary behavior they say is illegal. The Department of Justice is suing Apple. The U.S. filed an antitrust lawsuit Thursday, claiming the tech giant has been monopolizing the smartphone industry. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland says the result has been higher prices for consumers and less innovation from Apple and its competitors.
For developers, that has meant being forced to play by rules that insulate Apple from competition. And as outlined in our complaint, we allege that Apple has consolidated its monopoly power, not by making its own products better, but by making other products worse.
You'll see one example when you text from an iPhone to an Android.
This is the green bubble, blue bubble issue.
Tim Smith is a senior assistant AG with the Oregon DOJ. Oregon is one of 15 states and the District of Columbia that have joined the lawsuit. Smith says texting between iPhones and non-Apple products is one way Apple makes it harder to live without them by lowering security.
What that means is that Apple has degraded the encryption so that that chat is no longer encrypted. We allege that the technology could support encryption for iMessaging with Android users, but that Apple prevents that.
There's another perspective, one that argues Apple's own security might be jeopardized if they commingle with tech outside Apple's ecosystem.
To make it work with other devices means they have to change a lot of the way they do those things, which lowers the quality of their own connections to their own things.
Patrick Miller is CEO of Ampere Industrial Security, an industrial security consulting firm. He isn't taking sides, but will be watching how the lawsuit plays out.
So I think if it really gets to technical discussion, the DOJ is going to have a hard time moving them from that position because it's technically sound.
But the DOJ has other complaints, painting Apple as anti-competitive. Whether it's trying to force customers to only use Apple products with an iPhone or control how they purchase apps.
Because Apple controls that app store, it has been able to throttle the growth of apps that might compete against Apple itself and also charge higher prices.
For its part, Apple says the company innovates every day to make technology people love, and that this lawsuit threatens its ability to do that, while setting a dangerous precedent empowering government to take a heavy hand in designing people's technology. And this is the latest effort by the Biden administration to rein in big tech. The Justice Department is already suing Google for monopolizing its search and online ad business, and the FTC is pursuing antitrust cases against Amazon and Meta. David.
Yeah, we will see where this case goes. Thank you, Catherine.